Chanakya. Address of success. Medical. IIT. Chemical bond. Its attraction force, which hold two or more atoms together to form stable molecule. Types of chemical bonds. They are three types. 1. Ionic bond, electrovalent bond. 2. Covalent bond. 3. Co-ordinate bond, dative bond. Ionic bond. An ionic bond is formed when a metal atom transfers one or more electrons to a non-metal atom. Exipole. One calcium atom loses 2 electrons, and each chlorine atom gains 1 electron. Electrostatic attraction force between calcium cation and chloride anions is known as ionic bond. Point. A high difference of electronegativity, about 2 of the 2 atoms, is necessary for ionic bond. Characteristics of ionic compounds. Ionic bond is non-directional. Ionic compounds are made of cations and anions, and they form ionic lattice. Ionic compounds are crystalline solids. Ionic compounds are hard and brittle in nature. Ionic solids do not conduct electricity, while in the molten state conduct due to free ions. Ionic compounds possess high melting due to strong ionic lattice. Ionic compounds possess high boiling points due to strong attraction force between opposite ions. They are soluble in polar solvent like water. Covalent bond. Covalent bond was first proposed by Lewis in 1916. The bond formed between the 2 atoms by mutual sharing of electrons so as to complete their octets or doublet. Example. Conditions for formation of covalent bond. The combining atoms should be short by 1, 2, 3 or 4 electrons in the valence shell. Electronegativity difference between the 2 atoms should be 0 or very small. Characteristics of covalent compounds. Covalent bond is directional, so each molecule was found in definite shape, like linear, tetrahedral. These exist as gases or liquids under the normal condition. Some covalent compounds are soft solids. Diamond, carborundum, SiC, silica, SiO2, alum, etc. have giant three-dimensional network structures. Therefore have exceptionally high melting points. Otherwise these compounds have relatively low melting and boiling points. They are soluble in non-polar solvent, but polar molecule are soluble in water like HCl. Co-ordinate covalent or dative bond. This is a special type of covalent bond, where the shared pair of electrons are contributed by 1. This is a special type of covalent bond, where the shared pair of electrons are contributed by 1 species only but shared by both. The atom which contributes the electrons is called the donor. It's denoted by arrow sign. Example. Ammonium ion. In this structure N is lone pair donor atom and H+ is acceptor. Characteristics of coordinate covalent compound. Their melting and boiling points are higher than purely covalent compounds and lower than purely ionic compounds. These are less soluble in polar solvent like water, but readily soluble in non-polar solvents. The bond is rigid and directional. Thus, they have definite shape. Like covalent compounds, these are also bad conductors of electricity. Thanks a lot.